The governor of Texas has declared a state of emergency for 70 counties.
The town of West looks like a war zone tonight.
Constable is dead after being shot behind a courthouse in Baytown this morning.
Often in their darkest hour, when they don't feel like there's any hope at all there, we show up and we're able to help those folks. The CIT program is a program that was started with the game wardens. Our goal is to reduce the effects of stress on our officers' lives.
You never see us until something bad happens. When something bad happens, we roll in. We serve an unbelievable role for Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Oh, yeah. Doing all right? Midnight at Saturday. So.
It's really the emotional side of things that are hardest to get over. You know, we can understand things logically, but that doesn't mean that we forget the sounds or the thoughts or, you know, the feeling that we had when that happened.
So the critical incident team can respond to all different types of situations. Recently we responded to the murder of a deputy constable here in the Houston area.
Officers gathered for a prayer circle earlier today.
Natural disasters.
The hurricane is expected to move into northeast Texas later tonight.
Sometimes it's drownings. Unfortunately, as game wardens, we're a big part of recovering drowning victims.
It really came out of the death of a game warden, Wesley Wagstaff, in 2003. After that incident, we thought we could do things better. We thought we could respond better and give our people more training so that we could address those situations and deal with family and be more responsive.
Since its inception, it's kind of spilled over into we help other divisions, we help other agencies, and we certainly help the public.
The tornado plowed through an area 35 miles long.
We've had incidents as recent as the tornadoes that happened up in North Texas. And our personnel responding to that community. You know, these folks, they live in that community, they breathe that community, they're a part of that community.
We had several tornadoes come through right through the middle of Canton, but we've got extensive damage from one end of the county all the way to the other end of the county.
There was 2 officers that were affected down in Fruitville. Both their houses got leveled. I've gone by and talked to them a couple of times and just to reassure them that we're gonna get through this, we'll get through this together. Somebody just to be there to lean on, you know, a shoulder to lean on and an ear to listen to.
Seeing officers that have been through these critical incidents and are struggling, to look in their eyes and really see into their soul and see the hurt and recognize that because you've been there.
Confronted by 3 armed men, pointed their weapons at our game warden and disarmed him.
You can't afford to show emotions while you're there. And as a result, a lot of times officers never deal with those emotions. It just stays inside of them and builds up like a pressure cooker until the lid blows off.
They just need to know what they're going through is normal and they're not in it alone.
It takes a unique type of person that really stands up and wants to do the job. And that's what we look for, is those people that really stand up and raise their hand and say, this is for me, it's not for everybody.
What you're doing as a CIT member is you're volunteering to take other people's burdens on and to help them carry those burdens. They become a part of who you are also.
You don't always have the answers. You don't always know what to say. But being there for those game wardens, being there for those employees is what it's all about.